series go to 2-0. Now a critical juncture for determining where this series is going. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sideline. Taking a look at Minnesota. Down 2-0. They got to win tonight to get some traction in the series.
And if they lose this one, you can forget about advancing. It's more likely you're trying to avoid a sweep. So tonight's all or nothing.
Edwards against Dort. Now here's Edwards. D right on him. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Randall, and the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Edwards. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Williams has got his second basket of the game. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Conley finds McDaniel. Edwards with it. Outside for Randall. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Inside. Gobert down low. It's blocked. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And a 3-level score. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. The coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Free throw good, Edwards.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Both good from the line that time.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Williams against McDaniel. Williams can't get it to go.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Nobody near Williams. Off target from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Randall kicks to Edwards. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And this is a team that, quite frankly, has been incredibly impressive so far in the postseason, with only 3 losses to date.
And to get to this stage of the playoffs and only have 3 losses is really incredible. But they can't get carried away knowing that the job's not finished.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And that block was something. It's the playoffs, and every possession and defensive stop matters.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
On the corner, the high squad.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. This quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Conley. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Randall. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Wallace is checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Both free throws good from Randall.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Over in the corner, Dort. Out to Wallace. Outside Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Holmgren. Sinks that one from the post. Holmgren's got 5.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
McDaniels against Williams. Back to Conley. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
The Thunder leading by 3. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most defensive player of the year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Alexander Walker passes to Conley. Randall outside. The three-pointer, no good. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 5-point game. Excited about the win on Thursday.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, you got to think Coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball.
A shot by McDaniels, no good.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Julius Randle. Edwards, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And then for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Alex Caruso comes in for Chet Holmgren. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Dort. Caruso against Edwards. Good, nice job down low. Edwards got 6.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards, taking the contact but staying committed to his finish.
Wallace with a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for the Thunder. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. What an atmosphere in here as we return to the action of the Western Conference Finals. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Wallace finds Caruso. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the 3 ball is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 8 now for the Thunder. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think 2 things. Number 1, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players, so you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives, something to admire.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Fader on the way. Caruso grabs the miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
For 3, Edwards. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
Wiggins left side. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. And here is Wallace. Edwards defending. Williams has a screen for Wallace. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the Thunder lead by 9. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. For 3, Edwards. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. Wallace down low. Defended by DiVincenzo. No good with the layup. Oh, here's Edwards. 9 points in the game so far. A 3-pointer is right on target. Edwards got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Caruso. Pass to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Now Caruso. Wiggins with it. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso, bounce pass. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Caruso. Timberwolves trail by 6. Ball's knocked loose. And the Thunder pushing it up now for the finish. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in for Wallace. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Conley against Caruso. Pass to McDaniels. DiVincenzo with it. Out to Conley. 5 to shoot. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Rudy Gobert.
Few guys read the game like Conley.
And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Oklahoma City. They've led by as much as 10. On the wing, Williams. A 3-ball. They get it back. Caruso kicks to Williams. Hartenstein with the screen on McDaniels. Williams passes to Hartenstein. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. .136 left in the second quarter. Timberwolves trail by 6. DiVincenzo finds Gobert. Here's DiVincenzo. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. DiVincenzo's got himself on the board with 3 there. Thunder have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Randall against Holmgren. Caruso, the pass to Williams. Back to Caruso. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Holmgren. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's McDaniels. And the rejection by Holmgren. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Hartenstein. Finished off the break. Hartenstein's got his first points of the night.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide open shooter and just gets him the ball.
Randall outside. Back to Conley. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Rebound by Williams. The Thunder leading by 5.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Pass to Dort. Drills it from outside. Dort's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be right back after this.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
One big reason they're up, they're controlling the glass, both boxing out and crashing in.
Yeah, you could tell rebounding was a point of emphasis for them coming into this game.
Seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. They find themselves down 2-0. Could be looking at a tough path forward. Shaq, is panic part of the vocabulary?
Normally, you don't say panic in situations like these, but right now, these guys need to smash that panic button, do something different.
I don't think they could take the same approach and win this series. Adjustments are needed for them to get back in it.
Just like adjustments are needed here in the studio, but that's a story for another day. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
The Thunder leading by 8. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort is screen on Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Outside, Edwards. From 13, hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Edwards got 14 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
6 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 9. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Randall. And the rejection by Holmgren. Here's Williams. Count that one. Williams has got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Gobert against Hartenstein. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive.
Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think, number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort. You're not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. That's got to be just, excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Buries it from 3-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in the game.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Edwards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Thunder. The Thunder leading by 13. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. No good on the triple. For Minnesota, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Conley dishes to Gobert. Here's Randall, defended by Caruso. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the physicality of Randall's game, impressive. It's what earns him those calls.
The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Randall. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Edwards passes to Gobert. Out to Edwards. Back to Gobert. Over Hartenstein. Another miss by Minnesota. The Thunder leading by 11. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. Now Hartenstein. Back to Caruso. Just 5 on the clock. Williams from outside. 4 for 9 from the floor with that miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Randall. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Randall outside. Pass to Edwards. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And the shot no good, a bit short. Hartenstein with it. Now defended by Gobert. Williams with the ball. Caruso kicks to Williams. From 20 feet out. And the jumper is on the mark. Williams has got 12 points in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Floats one up. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, Edwards is so strong. He'll complete the play unless you wrap him up.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Then for the Thunder, Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Wallace subbed in for Dort. Free throw good, Edwards. Caruso with the ball. Wallace outside. Pass to Caruso. Randall grabs the board. And Randall has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 10. And here is Clark. And here is DiVincenzo. Reed with a screen for DiVincenzo. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Timberwolves trail by 10. Pass to Reed. Poked away and taken away by Wallace. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Williams passes to Wallace. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And here's Edwards from the arc.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he banks in the layup. And the Thunder lead by 15.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Pass to Reed. Edwards looking it over. And stolen by Wiggins.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Thunder?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
They throw good, Wiggins. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately.
Give them a hand, fans. Your Timberwolves breakfast dance.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Ingles passes to DiVincenzo. Now Edwards. Wallace covering. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander.
And able to get him himself to the line. SGA so crafty inside there to get the contact.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 2 shots.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Clark, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Jang. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Clark outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. To stop the run. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points here in just the second half. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Clark outside. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside Edwards. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. The Thunder leading by 15. Wiggins right side. Outside, Dort. Pass to Wiggins. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Clark. Wallace covering. He can't get that one to fall. Good tee by Williams. 1:49 left in the fourth. Pass to Wiggins. It's Gilgeous-Alexander at the elbow. Back to Wiggins. It's Clark with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 15.
And now we can start talking about game 4. What a magnificent effort and really a significant victory for the Thunder.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And they're going to roll to their third straight victory to open up these conference finals, giving them a commanding series lead.
Yeah, a sweep seems just about inevitable right now. And with the way they've been playing here in this series, they are building a ton of momentum for the finals, especially if they can close out the sweep in Game 4.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Minnesota calls timeout. 1:14 left here in the fourth quarter. McDaniels, he's checked in for Minnesota.
Jaden McDaniels.
.114 left to play in the final quarter. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And slam dunk by Gobert.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Conley, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gilgeous-Alexander. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. .43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Reed. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. .34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams sets a screen for Wallace. He takes it in, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
Team foul. Shooting for Oklahoma City, Williams at the line for 2.
The first one falls. That one misses.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
Pass to Reed for 3. And Jones pulls it down. Now Wallace. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip, it's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.